All right, guys, so we're just taking a look at the beginning of my roll. This entire match, I'm just working to get the deep half guard. You see, initially, he does get the underhook, which I wasn't happy about, but I immediately lock my hands, forcing him to remove his underhook. Now I'm on his one leg, and I have him exactly where I want him. He gets the underhook again. Notice that his head is above my head at all times. He's teeing his body well now. He watches all my DVDs. I'm trying to come back and forth, but he's doing a good job at keeping a good base. I come to the far leg, and I think about going to the foot, but I switch back to the single leg again. What I should be doing now is using my lower legs to extend exactly what I did right there, to extend his leg out more. I should be keeping his leg straight. When I'm keeping the right hand, I'm not looking to reverse him from the far leg. I'm just looking to prevent him from sprawling out. I'm not really worried about the choke here. He looks to step over, but he's not able to remove his hips or shift his hips. So it's very hard for him to do so because I have control over his knee and his lower leg. Now I'm basically just waiting for my opportunity. Waiting. His head is still above my head. The thing is in the deep half guard is we can't rush. As he goes to switch his hips now is when I followed him up. Remember I said about taking advantage of the opportunity and not allowing something to pass you by. The moment he tried to switch his hips is the moment I got the reversal. I go for the arm, making him retreat. That's something I like to do from the half guard a lot. I had to keep reminding myself this is just a deep half guard instructional. So working my best to get to the deep half guard. He's doing a good job of keeping his left knee close to my hips. See, when he tries to switch his hips, that's a good opportunity to get to the deep half guard when your partner tries to switch their hips. And notice I'm back in deep half guard again, but he's still doing a good job about teeing his body and keeping his body turned and not getting his head above my head. So he's not doing a bad job right now. Now I have his head above my head. I just keep working myself in. My legs are unlocking at times, but I always have control. I tuck my hand underneath his leg. This way I'm preventing any Kimura attempts, like I told you guys earlier in the video. Just waiting. My head is on top of his head. I could be moving my hips back and forth right now. Here, the waiter sweep. I didn't remove my hand to come underneath his leg, simply because I was already in motion for the reversal, and I didn't feel in danger of the Kimura whatsoever. So the more experience you get, you'll be able to recognize danger, and you'll know. Again, starting off, he's looking to switch his hips again. I didn't feel comfortable going to deep half, so I pushed his hip away, and I got my frame back. From here, just waiting for the opportunity. Framing until it's not time to frame anymore. Looking to dig for the underhook. Notice I just attacked the same side underhook, and I went over this in the instructional. I attacked the same side underhook, and I locked my hands around my partner, getting to the deep half guard. I'm very happy that happened because I did go over that in the instructional, and that is something I use often to get to the deep half guard. From here, I should take my left leg and bring it over his ankle and pull his ankle out. I'm kind of stalling a little bit in this position. I'm a little bit out of shape, so I'm just slowing things down. This is a very, very good position for me to be in. If I'm stalling, there's no way he could free his foot because I have the reverse lockdown on him. Again, I should be more offensive from here. Here I go, switching my hips back in the opposite direction, getting my back flat to the mat, and looking for opportunities to reverse. It looks like he can clear his foot, but he can't, because the moment he does, I'll just literally just grab his foot again. So there's not much that he could do. He did a good job of using his head to base. I tried a reversal there. It wasn't a very strong attempt, but I did try. Here we go. I create space again. I shift to the leg lock position. I should already be on top, being a little lackadaisical. Here we go. I get on top, and that's another reversal. Starting again, starting in the seated guard, keeping inside control. He has underhooks. It looks like he's okay. I look very calm because I am very calm. I'm totally fine from this position. It's not something you want to get used to. I am very comfortable in any kind of guard. It's about reaction when you need to react. Notice I'm posting my right hand on his hip so he can't come any forward. I have my framing across because I'm not ready to go to deep half guard yet, so I'm just keeping a regular half guard. Notice I'm not really using my left hand as a shield. I remove my shield totally, allowing him to come forward. That's exactly what I want. I underhook underneath his leg, below the knee line. Okay, he tries to roll out because he feels like he's in danger. I get on top. Notice when I get on top, I'm just controlling his leg and I'm keeping his leg off the mat at all times. I look a little fatigued here, looking at my face. I don't recall feeling tired, but I'm very used to being tired. He does a good job stepping his leg up. He tries to, then he retreats. I guess I probably did something to make him feel uncomfortable. Switches his hips. He's hip to hip on me. I'm kind of just relaxing, digging for the underhook. Notice my right hand is coming underneath. Boom, I lock my hands. I end up locking his underhook in. Okay, there's no way he has a Kimura. He's keeping his weight all the way back. What I could do is bring my left foot down, post, and bridge into him towards his butt. Now I'm coming out the other way. Now I'm working to come on top. I should have come to the shin a little sooner, but I did so in time. I ended up staying on top. Now we're switching partners. Tony is in. He's standing. Tries a knee slice. Head is in good position. I need to get his head above my head. I have my shield in for the time being. He's controlling my right wrist, not allowing me to underhook. As soon as he lets go, I do get the underhook on both sides. My chin is below his chin. Notice he's sitting back to try to get the underhook. He should have tried to collapse my underhook instead. Not so much of me reversing him. He sat back a little bit too far. He allowed his weight to get too far back because he tried to dig for the underhook rather than collapse the underhook. So from here, my right foot is on the hip, not allowing him to get hip to hip. His head is in good position underneath my head. That's where he generally wants to keep it. He's swimming his left leg back in, trying to staple my leg down. I bring my right leg through, making his position uncomfortable. As soon as you get your hands on somebody, they're wondering, like, man, what's he doing right here? Why is he doing it? From here, I'm able to get the underhook on his leg. Locking hands. I should bring my right hand to his lower leg now a little sooner. He starts pulling his leg out, so I have to control both sides. Notice I keep my head high. I don't allow my head to stay low and my hands get high. Like, that's something I'm not allowing to happen. He's looking for the triangle, but I'm controlling his bottom leg, so it's impossible for him to get. He enters with the knee slice. Does a good job. I simply just recovered hips. It's kind of, I need to wait for them to come forward because I can just only play deep half guard from this position. Getting a good underhook. I can keep my underhook to the far chop if I wanted to, but I come to the near side single. I should heist him up above me even higher right now. Again, he makes the same mistake, addressing the underhook a little bit too soon, and essentially getting his upper body behind his hips, causing him to fall. He does the same thing. And notice his movement's very fast, but mine looked a little slow. It's simply I'm just controlling his head. I get the underhook again to the far trap and to the near side leg. To the far leg, rather. He's doing a good job bringing his left hand underneath my chin. What he should be doing is he should be trying to tee his body a little bit more. He does the same thing, same mistake again. This happens often. People feel so off balance they kind of fall over. Or they see a neck and they try to take it. That's what's great about the deep half guard. You put your partner in such a compromising position. So they essentially reverse their self. Grabbing the ankle, slowing him down, putting hands on him. I could have went to the double koichi with him. He tries to step over. I catch his foot. Get to the same position I was in before. I could bring my right hand to his hip a little bit more. I'm being a little lazy with my hand. I'm keeping my left hand down. because I didn't want him to get the underhook, but essentially he is getting the underhook anyway, and he does get the underhook. He does a good job at getting the underhook. I think a lot of it was me being lazy. Maybe I'm getting a little tired. I control that foot. Notice I have my left foot controlling his shin. My right hand is to his hip, so he can't get it. I give the thumbs up. So, boom, I get right to the leg again, the same side leg again. Right now I should be tipping my body in both directions. He goes for the Kimura, so I tilt him towards the Kimura like I showed you guys. You know, this is a dangerous position for me right here. Now he releases the Kimura. Now, boom, I'm able to get on top, or not get on top, get to a leg lock position.
11 minutes, 38 seconds.
Little break in the action. James is coming back in. I'm not fresh, but I'm not tired. I'm not rolling openly. I'm just looking for a deep half guard. So I'm kind of limited to what I could do. But as you see, I think the biggest thing to take from this is I'm always calm. Even if they get the underhook or put me in a bad position, like, I'm never shook of the position, right? I'm just relaxing, waiting for my opportunity, taking proper angles, and then capitalizing. And I'm getting reversal after reversal. The big thing I always said with me is, and you guys can get there as well, most people are afraid of people aggressing them and being offensive. For me, that's the best thing that someone could do, is be offensive. You know, I feel that I've got my half guard and deep half guard to a point to where if you try to come forward, if you try to pass me, you're never gonna pass me. You're just gonna reverse yourself, right? The only way to defend it is to be totally defensive and completely stall. So you want to work to a point to where you're not using explosion and strength, you're using angles and leverage. Like I'm doing here, like the only reason I'm able to talk, like I was breathing heavy at first, right now I'm not breathing heavy at all. Like I said, I haven't been rolling at all. The only reason I'm able to be fresh is not because I'm in shape, because I'm not in shape right now. It's because I'm using my partner's weight against them. I'm getting my body underneath them, and then I'm simply just turning my knees or turning my body and rolling and getting on top. There's no oomph behind it whatsoever. And I'm actually resting. When they flatten me out, like I'm keeping my lower legs always locked. So I just want to show you something real quickly. James, come on top. So my partner has my half guard, even if he has the underhook. In this position, I'm allowing James to start with the underhook.
His leg right here. So even if he started to try to knee slice now, like if he started to try,
I'm going to give him double underhooks.
I'm holding on to the lower leg. There's nothing he could do here. I started doing this when I competed against Joao Assis the first time. Because he was using a low pass, but he was knee slicing. So even my partner is able to poke his knee through, right? And I get back here, and he has, let's say he has double underhooks, past my guard. There's no guard pass, because I have his guard, I have his knee trapped, and look, I'll bring his knee back down to the mat. So that's why I'm very calm in this position. So this is probably the worst possible position that I could start in, right? I won't start with it hooked, but I'll start flattened out. I'll give James whichever, if you want double underhooks or one underhook, whatever you want. We can start from here, okay? Go.
So when you allow someone to start with double underhooks, or if they get to double underhooks or any underhook, just that leg control underneath the shin is very important.
It's good for me. Look, so anytime your partner turns your hips, the biggest problem is people try to re-pummel and come back this way, and you're just getting collapsed. Anytime your partner switches their hips, turn them this way. There's no pass. Keep going. Beginning and the end. Keep going.
Getting in a deep half, controlling the same side again. switching back and forth. He gets the underhook. I'm able to
Same
tilt
reversal
him
I showed you guys yesterday.
using his underhook against him and controlling
Towards the underhook.
his post this way. He cannot post and he
What I need you to
cannot
understand is like
stop the
you don't
reversal.
need